Alright, so this is going to be the tutorial for how to adjust the brightness, contrast, and the color balances of each of your layered images. Now, for the purposes of this tutorial, though, I did adjust these colors for each of these images in very extreme ways. Okay, so obviously some of these images that you've combined in your image, they might not be like this red or this blue, but just just for like the for like the reasons why we're doing this video is just to show you how to just adjust these areas. Okay, because when you're grabbing images from different parts of like scenes from movies or different images in general, obviously they're gonna have like different color tints or different like types of brightness and contrast. So these are gonna be like little things that you're gonna have to fix for each of your individual images. So as a cohesive whole, it could come together as one. So alright, so the way we're going to do that is you want to click on the image that you're working on. So I'm going to just start with this background image. And obviously this image is too dark, so we're going to have to brighten it up a little bit. So you want to click on the actual image, just to make sure double check, click on the eyeball. And you want to go to Image, Adjustments, and then Brightness and Contrast. So this is the first thing you're going to look at. And then, obviously we want to brighten up this image and maybe make less contrast to the image. So I'm going to brighten this up, and I might actually brighten it up a little more. So I brighten up to 150, but you can brighten it up even more if you just go back to Image, Adjustments, Brightness, Contrast, and we're just going to brighten it up just enough so you can see like the details in the can. So you want to make sure it's not too dark, but bright enough so you can see the details where it's important. And then so brightness is just going to obviously brighten it up, and then the other end is going to darken it. So you want to brighten it up to the point where you can still see your darks, but still see the details in your gray areas. And then contrast is going to just give you like the extreme lights and darks. So I think this is pretty good here. So you want to bring enough contrast just to pop up those dark areas, but you don't want to lose the details within those dark areas. So this is actually pretty good. And you look at this preview window, it gives you kind of like an idea of how to look. I'm gonna lower that a little bit, and then I'm gonna click OK. Alright. Now, if you want to change the tints of the colors, so I might want to play around with this. So I click on Image, Adjustments, and then you want to click on Color Balance. So Color Balance is going to allow you to change the overall color of your picture. So if I want to make it more of a red tint, I think a red one look pretty good. You can play around with that. You can change it more to magenta, add a little bit of blue. That's going to make it more like a purple. You can also change your shadows too. So like the darker areas is going to change that area. So you might want to play around with these a little bit, but like the main goal, highlights going to bring out your highlights more. I might leave it alone. I think this is pretty good. So I'm going to click OK. And my background's now a little bit more red than before. So basically you're going to be doing those same things for all of your pictures. So like this dark yellow background I have, I don't really need to adjust the brightness and contrast, but I do need to adjust the color balance. So I'm going to make this a little bit more red, just to match that picture in the background. Alright, so this is only one color though. I'm only going to keep it one color. Maybe just the shadows a little bit. I gotta make it a little bit more blue. Alright, so I'm trying to make it similar to that color here, but even then it's not working. So maybe you might want to just eyedrop this in. Just find another yellow that's similar to it. Might be easier that way. Alright, but like this tiger here, this is gonna like be a big change you're gonna see. So you're gonna go Adjustments, and I would actually do the color first because the color is the thing that's changing a lot. So you kind of just play around with this until you can find the one that you like. So it looks like I added some more green to it and some more yellow, maybe like a little bit of blue here, maybe a little bit of this red. So that's pretty good. That's almost a similar color to this one down here. Still kind of hard to tell because I got to also adjust the brightness and the contrast. So you have to really play around with both of them until you can find that balance that you want. So kind of brighten it up. Maybe put a little more contrast. So actually, you got to go back to the color balance. So you can see I'm going back and forth a lot just to find the correct colors that I want to use. Find the colors that I think would benefit the tiger. So I think this is pretty good. It's a little bit better than that one. I think it's a little too red. So that's pretty good. So I'm gonna click OK. And now since I adjusted this, maybe I might want to go back to this a little bit. So it's just a back and forth thing that you have to do to find that balance. I'm gonna actually make this a little bit more blue. Maybe add a little bit of violet. So it's kind of matching that tiger. So then the last guy I gotta try and match is the main character. So color balance, same thing. So it looks like it looks a little bit better with more yellow. Obviously, there's too much red in that picture. But, I still want to keep some of that red in there, just to match like the rest of the pictures. So I'm trying to match this and this and this together. Yeah, I think it needs more cyan. So you really do have to play around with this a lot, just to find that balance. So I think that's pretty good. I think it needs to be a little bit brighter now. So brightness, contrast, make him a little bit brighter, just to match the tiger, because tiger's really bright. Okay, so that's pretty good. All right, so I gotta go back to that tiger one more time. I'm actually gonna make him a little bit more red in the shadow. So you really just gotta play around with it and then find something that you like. Once you have it all matching in the same tones, then you can do one for like the overall whole image. So you have to do a different method. The way that I showed you just showed you for individual layers. If you want to do it for like the overall whole thing, you can go to Windows, Adjustments, and then you have like an adjustments panel here. So this is going to actually adjust the entire thing. So you want to make sure to have the other window. This is going to adjust it all at once. So maybe my color balance, okay, color balance. So now that I'm adjusting it all at once, now I can kind of just, fix it all together. Alright, so this is actually pretty good. So you really do want to take your time with just, balancing all of the colors in the picture. Is, in that way then everything's going to be, more balanced overall.